Hello, hello, and welcome back to Everyday Matters live stream. Thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate every single one of you. In talk with Richie, thank you. You didn't forget to come today. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you for coming today. I really, really do. Thank you so much. So today is the first Sunday of the first live stream we're having in 2021, and I really appreciate every single one of you for turning up. Can you hear me all right? Can everyone hear me? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too. I'm so happy to have you. Precious Meal. Thank you so much. My gang members. Thank you all for being so true. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. Precious Meal, a talk with Richie. I'm so happy to see you guys. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Happy Sunday. Happy New Week to everyone. Thank you so much for coming. So So today we're just going to be talking about the paternity scandal. Obviously, we've seen the scandal that's been going on in the news. Esther's Chronicle, thank you so much for coming. Popsy Lifestyle. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Popsy Lifestyle, thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you so much, Precious, for saying you can hear me. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for coming. Don't forget to thumbs up the stream and share the stream if you can as well. That will be highly appreciated. Thank you so much. So how is everyone? First of all, Happy New Year. I hope everyone has had an amazing time during the Christmas holidays. I hope everyone is great. Thank you so much for coming. Happy New Year to everyone. So this is one of my favorite times in the week whereby I come and just have a chat with every single one and just to say happy week and wish you well for the week. But thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate every single one of you. Popsy Lifestyle. I'm sure I pronounced it. I pronounced it correctly, did I? The Delta Peking. Thank you so much for coming. Popsy Lifestyle. Thank you so much. Delta Peking, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you for coming. Happy New Year again. I hope everyone has had an amazing Christmas and New Year holiday for those that took holidays or took time off and those that didn't take time off as well. Well done to all of you. So thank you so much for coming. I'm sure we've all still seen the scandal, paternity scandal with the FCMB managing director that's been going on on the internet. I saw it on Monday last week. No, actually this week, because I'm not. Thank you so much. I'm not so much into Nigerian news and things like that. So I'll be one of the last people to hear about it. So I went to someone's LS and she said, "Oh, have you heard about what happened to Tunde Thomas?" I'm like, "Who is Tunde?" you know, and then I'm like, okay, who's Tunde? And then she started giving us the story of what happened. And it was so sad. It was really, really sad when I heard the story because someone had to die for this reason, for the sake of the whole scandal. Okay, we don't know the actual reason behind the man's death. This is all hearsay. Nibbles World, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you so, so much, Mama Nibo. Thank you so much. How markets, my people? Market day, keeping up with the family. Thank you, Elias Matters. Thank you so much. Bonnie Bluebell. I'm just so excited to see everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Precious. Healthy Living with Deborah. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Neighbors World, Elliot Matters, Precious Chigel, I Talk with Richie. Thank you so much. Popsy Lifestyle, thank you for that amazing share as well. Thank you so, so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, so I saw the story. I heard about the story last Monday just gone, and I was so surprised. I was shocked. I was sad. And like I said, Christine's Lisa, can't pronounce your name. Christine Lisa Mewa, I think. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If I don't think I've seen you before, but please connect with me if you don't have me, and I'll return, please. But thank you so much for coming. Okay, thank you all so much for coming. Good evening, Nibo. Thank you so much. I do appreciate every single. Yes, Bluebell. Yes, it was at Mama Mary's house that we saw it. that I heard about it, and I'm like, okay, what's this about? And she told us the story, and I felt really sad. I felt heartbroken because someone has had to die because of some form of infidelity. Again, like I said, we don't know the true story behind it. We don't know the what actually happened because we weren't there. All we're hearing is, this is what this person said, this is what this person said, this is what this person says. Oh, don't drop my comments today. Oh, okay. Anytime you put a comment that you want me to see, make sure you call my name. If you call my name, I would answer. Okay. Elias Matters, one of my members. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Guys, please join my membership as well. Check out my pecs. I've got amazing pecs. If you haven't joined my membership, please do. Well, thank you, Elias Matters. You're one of my very first members. Thank you so much. So the things I offer help you to get your monetization, to get to your 4K watch hours. And I also offer one-to-one support on how to grow your YouTube channel as well as personal growth and development. There's a lot of perks, but you can have a look and see if there's anything that interests you. Then you can join that perk. Or if you just want to support me and say, well done, host. If you just want to say you are doing a great job, then that's also very much welcome. But thank you guys so much. I do appreciate every single one of you. Okay, now, so the question is, so the host called you to click up. And host, I called you, click up. Okay, you've already called me. Okay, oh, I was still doing introduction. Let's have a look. The talk with Richie. Evening, host and everyone. Happy Sunday to you all. Good evening, host and everyone. Happy Sunday. Good evening, Precious Meal. So you haven't actually, host, you are looking beautiful these days, oh, I'm jealous. Is that? No, don't call host. Say, call my name. Good evening, Nibo. Call my name if you have any comments. But thank you so much for that compliment. I really do appreciate it. Host, I call you. Yeah, so call my name. I would call my name. Don't say host. If you say host, I might not get it. So, Lizzie Benson TV channel, thank you so much for coming. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. There's always two sides of something, but the fact that someone will change their name because of the opera, there must be some guilt. Okay, so that's the first point we're coming up with. So Bonnie has just said, so I want us to put our opinions. What do you think about the story? Do you think what the woman did was fair? Do you think it's fair what she did? Do you think the media is just carrying fake stories, or what do you think about the whole story? And so Bonnie is saying that for the woman to change her name, that means she has some form of guilt. Okay, so but again, the woman, the last story I heard, the woman said that she just come out to say, okay, she did not tell the man that the children were not his. Okay, so that's the latest story that I heard, that I read on the news, that she never said anything like that. But again, all gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. Inspiring Champ, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Okay, so the woman is saying that she never told the man that the kids were not his. Okay, but how can she prove that now? The man is not there to prove himself, to say, okay, you actually told me this. Okay, but Bonnie rightly said that for the woman to change her name, that means there's some form of guilt in the whole thing. So what do you guys think? Do you think the woman is guilty? Do you think it's just a message? Do you think, what do you actually think about? Oh, what do you actually think about this whole saga? Okay, I'll just turn this off. Sorry, guys. So what do you think? Let us know your opinion, please. Sorry, guys, just give me 2 seconds to turn this down, otherwise I'll have. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so Keeping Up said they were out together and then they were not together anymore. Honeymoon host, that woman is wicked though. Okay, and Blueberry is saying also the media know how to spread lies or how to alter the truth to make the story sound more interesting and make people believe certain story. So yes, Finesse Daddy, thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so Keeping Up said they were not together anymore, which is the truth. So what happened? We don't know. Like I said, we don't know the full story. We don't know what happened. So the woman, probably they had an issue. That's my own analogy of the whole story. They probably had misunderstanding and then separated, like, you know what, let's go our separate ways. The woman took the children to America. The man was in Nigeria. Okay. And Keeping Up is saying, I'll call you Princess because that's your name. That name is too long. So Princess is saying that they were not together anymore, but the woman is wicked. Okay. So do you really think that the woman actually told the man that these children are not yours? And someone was saying to me that probably because maybe they were having an argument and the man said, oh, you are cheating. Now, I don't think the children are mine. And the woman said, yeah, they are not yours. Maybe out of anger, she said it. Okay, so we don't know the true story, but however she has said it, it has left the man heartbroken. I'm just going to read some of your comments before the comments get too much. Okay, so Bonnie says that the media has a way to make people believe certain stories. So yes, that's what we've been told. That's what we've been told. The woman is wicked. The woman is wicked. That's the story that we've heard. The Texas Pekin says most of these women that cheat are going to cover up for their husband's inability to get them pregnant. So that's true. We know that it's something that's really actually very common. Okay, so a lot of times, maybe when the man is unable to get the woman pregnant, what I've heard, the stories I've heard is the women will go and arrange maybe with someone and get pregnant and actually put the pregnancy on their husbands. Okay, and like Dr. Pikin said there, they cover it to the fact that, oh, my husband can't give me a child, that's why I did it. Okay, and sometimes the man would never even know. The man would think that, okay, this is my child. He would never know, you know. But unfortunately, that's not the case here now. The woman has made it, we don't even know. But I looked at the pictures of the children. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be on the woman's side, like, okay, maybe the children are actually for a husband. But if you look at the children's pictures, the children are light skinned. The man, the MD in question, is light skinned. I'm like, oh my God. But it could be that the children just look like the woman. Okay, but then I looked at the little girl's face. The little girl's face looks just like the MD's face. Blessing Ahmed, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, so Inspiring Charm is saying it's a big pill to swallow. It is a big pill to swallow, yes. So imagine the children, I think they're 8. One of them is like 8 or 7. You've raised these children as your own for so many years, and all of a sudden, the woman comes and tells you the children are not yours. Okay, sometimes people don't even know. They grow up and then, if you best, thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate you. Sometimes the men don't even know until the children grow up, become some people would never know. Someone said only the women know the true fathers of their children, and it is the truth. But thank you all so much for coming. I've got 20 amazing people, 23 thumbs up. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, please do that. Thank you so much. I'm just going to read a few comments. So Delta Pekin, yeah, so inability to get pregnant. Okay, so Esther's going to say greetings. Okay, Bluebell says it may be possible the husband found out that the wife was cheating, so they broke up. Wife run away and left the husband behind and moved to US. That's very, very possible. That's the most likely story. That's what I think as well. So probably the man has been suspecting the woman of cheating for such a long time, been accusing her of cheating, and that led to the marriage breaking up. Okay, and she said, you know what, I'm going away, and took the children to America. That's my own theory as well. But like I said, we don't know the actual story behind it. Okay, so Dr. Pekin says, I've read that one. Move to US. Life with Angela. Thank you so much for coming. I saw your premiere. I was preparing, so I couldn't join, but I watched the video after. LD Living with Deborah says you are right, Jubel. Nowadays, some people exaggerate matters on social media just for views. Yes, a lot of the things we see on the news is because people want attention. They want people to read their stories. They want people to watch their videos, and that is so true. Okay, and that's why I said we don't know the true story. This is what we've been told. This is what the media has given to us. Okay, so I've got Ify Best Channel. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you all so much, Blessing Amez. Thank you so so much. Okay, so I think I've caught up with the comments there. So yes, we don't know the true story. We don't know if the children are actually the man's children. We don't know if yes, news is bad. So yes, and the funny thing is when you put something simple out there, you don't get so much attention. Is when it's something bad, when it's a scandal, when it's something huge, that's when you see people wanting to watch it. Let's talk about the SARS protest. Recently, so many people wanted to know about it. So many people wanted to hear it. When we talk about the Black Lives Matter, so anything news, COVID, everything. D&D family, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. I know you're new. I haven't seen you before, but connect with me and I'll get back to you as well. Okay, thank you so much for coming. I've got 20 amazing people still in the house. Thank you so much. Don't forget to smash the like button if you haven't already done so as you come in. Thank you so much. So yeah, so what the media portrays is negative. So it's negative things that tend to attract people the more. Negatives tend to attract people the more. Okay, but thank you all so much for coming. So Bonnie is saying, here's why I don't watch news or read articles, because we don't know what to believe, because we weren't there. Also, the man isn't here anymore to defend himself. So that's so true. The man is not here to defend himself anymore. And that's why I saw, when I saw that news of the woman saying, oh, I didn't tell the man that. Why didn't you come out all this while to say that? Why are you coming out to say that now? That the man is no more, the man is not here to defend himself. Now you're coming to say, okay, I didn't tell him. Okay, so that's not acceptable. So when the man was alive, hey Cubs, then thank you. So this is how you call my name, Richie. This is how you call my name, and I will definitely see it. Thank you so much, Cubs, and for coming. Trisha Noble, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you for coming. Don't forget to smash the like button as you come in as well. But thank you. So like I was saying, the man is not here anymore to talk about it. The man is not here anymore to defend himself, to say, oh no, you actually told me. Okay. The story happened in 2017 that the man died last year. So yes, the man died December last year. I heard the 31st. No, actually the 16th of December he died and was buried on the 31st of December. She broke the news to the husband while she was in America. Really sad. So yes, that's what we heard. Okay, so she broke it. But why the question is, if she actually told the man that, okay, these children are not yours, why would she do that on the phone now? Why would she do that? Why did she not just keep the secret forever? Why would she now come and say, Rob Albans, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one. I've got 22 amazing people in the house. Lizzie TV, thank you so much. Lizzie, where have you been? I've not seen your video I don't think I've seen your video since last December. I hope you are all right. Rob Abbas, thank you so much. Hello, good to be here. Good to see you too, Rob. Thank you so, so much for coming. Okay, so yes, Golden Passion TV, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you for coming. Thank you so much. I've got 24 amazing people. Thank you so much. Okay, so like I was saying, the man is not here to defend himself, but why would this woman come on the phone and tell the man, like, okay, these children are not yours? Okay, after so many years, after such a long time, if what was she trying to attain? What was she trying to gain from the whole thing? Okay, so she could have left it and said, okay, you know what, let sleeping dogs lie. The children are not yours. I know the children are not yours. We're no longer together. Let's just say, but doing that alone, it's heartbreaking for that man. What did she expect of the man? What did she expect him to do? You know, children that he's called, he spent his life with, he spent his money on, he's done everything, he's raised the children for all these years, and suddenly the woman comes up. So I find that really surprising. I don't know why someone would do anything like that, because it's like you're purposely wanting to kill that person. Okay, so and I guess that's why everyone is saying, oh, the woman is wicked. I'm just going to catch up on the comments. The story is new to me. Had no idea what's going on. Okay, welcome. Precious Mill. So Precious Mill is saying she hasn't heard of the story. Okay, so if you go on YouTube, or if you go on Google and just Google paternity scandal FCMB, you'll see some more stories. So Keeping Up says, My phone is ringing. Give me 2 seconds, guys. How do I do this? Sorry, my phone was ringing there. It's gone off. I'll have to call back. Um, so keeping up says, I think paternity test should be compulsory for both married or not. Okay, just go back one. So Precious, if you go to YouTube or even Google, just say paternity scandal FCMB. Okay, you get all the information. So what happened was, so Richie has pointed out that this thing happened in 2017. So this man was, I think he was um accusing his wife of cheating with her MD, the MD of FCMB, First City Monumental Bank in Nigeria. And somehow something happened and they went their different ways. The woman traveled to America with the children, and the man was in Nigeria. And then the woman called the man from America to say, okay, the children are not yours. She started changing her name. And the man apparently was going to get married to someone else. The girl was pregnant, but she died. He died before the introduction or before the marriage, whatever. Okay, so that's the whole gist of the whole thing. And people are saying the woman is wicked. Why would she tell? Thank you, Lizzie, for that amazing share. I do appreciate you. So people are asking that why would the woman I have to pick this call. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I just had to take that call. So, where was I? I got interrupted. So sorry, guys. So sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure I'll have another call soon, but that's fine. She wanted to free her conscience. Okay, so Inspiration Charm is saying that she said it because she wanted to free her conscience. But if she wanted to free her conscience, what about the consequences? So you want to be free, but what impact? So that's the thing about life. You want to be free, but what impact does it have on the other person that you are telling this thing to? In as much as you want to be free, you need to think about the consequences of your action. And the consequences of our action, one of the consequences is the fact that the man has died, is the fact that her name has been tarnished and will be tarnished forever. Okay, and again, she might have a part of the story. Like Bonnie said, there's always two sides of the story. We don't know. We don't know the complete story. Okay, but um it's important that we consider the impact that our actions will have on other people. Yes, you can separate. If the marriage is not working, the man doesn't trust you, you can separate. But when you separate, you need to be aware of the things that you're doing, the things that you say, and that's the power of our tongue. The power of our tongue can kill and can make alive. We know that. So that's why we need to be careful with what we say with our mouths. Okay, so where was that? I'm sure I've got too many comments. Um, I think paternity tests, I'll come to that. So keeping up is saying she thinks paternity tests should be made compulsory for everyone. Bluebell said it hurts. The Delta Pekin said, I know if a man who shared a secret with my husband of how he had a paternity test of his 4 children without his wife knowing about it up till now. So people do it. The woman just wasted the man's time. Yes. Okay, but the Delta Pekin said, she thinks that paternity test should be done for everyone, so every child. Okay, and I said this as well. I said a time will come where this will be happening. But the truth of the fact is that majority of children these days, I don't say children, a lot of couples have children that are not actually biological children to the men. A lot. It happens a lot. It is common. Okay, and that's why we talk about paternity fraud. I watched a video yesterday of this lady. It was her birthday, and her boyfriend brought her a gift in this very big gift bag. And she opened the big gift bag, there was another gift inside, opened another gift bag, there was another gift bag inside. And then at the end of the day, it got to the last gift bag, which was very small, and it was an envelope that was in the gift bag. And when you open the gift bag, it was a paternity test that he had done behind her back. Okay, knowing full well that the child was 3 years old, but the child was not theirs, was not his. It's a woman's child, all right, but not his own child. And that's actually, and it just said to her, like, you know what? I give you to the end of the month to take your things and leave my house. All right, guys, I'm just so distracted today. I'm so sorry. Yeah, guys in Dubai, thank you so much for coming. I see you there. And he said to her, like, you've got to the end of the month to take your things and leave this house. Okay, which the child was 3. And she was asking him, oh, why would you do this? You've had 3 years to do this. Why are you doing this now? And the guy said, why did you cheat? Okay, so the question now is, should men now be going ahead to do a paternity test for their children if they suspect anything? Should it be made like a normal thing that, okay, let's go and do a paternity test? Do you think that would solve the problem of all this paternity fraud and paternity scandal? I'll just read a bit more comments. Okay. Women just wasted the man's time. So I think the woman did handle the matter well. Yes, definitely. I don't think she did. Even if the children are his or not, she didn't handle it the right way. Definitely didn't. Exactly. Anything we do in this world has consequences. Hello, host and everyone. Nagas in Dubai, thank you so much for coming. Bluebell says, hello, host and everyone. Okay. Happy to be here. Happy to have you too. Thank you so much. If she wanted to free her mind to be free, she should have been honest when this happened in the first place. That's it. If she wanted to be free, she had the first child and then the second child. She doesn't have a conscience, so there's no conscience that needs to be free if the story is true. She's had the first child. That was the opportunity for her to say, okay, you know what? This child is not yours. Maybe I was even saying in my heart, like, maybe she was in love with the MD, but the MD was married and she was married. And we see things like that. So two people entangled because they work together. They work so closely together. Victoria Marca, thank you so much for coming. Miss Lubisa G, thank you so much for coming. So two people work together and they find themselves entangled in a relationship. They think they love themselves. Okay, but they are married to other people, therefore they keep sneaking. So they're not able to leave their partners or their husbands and their wives, but at the same time, they can't leave themselves because they think they're in love. They are infatuated or obsessed with each other. But she should have come straight to the guy to say, okay, after the first child, that was the time she should have said, okay, you know what? This child is actually not yours. And give the man the option to say, okay, you know what, it's fine. Even though the child is not mine, I accept the child. Let's make this relationship work. But you can't have the first child, have a second child, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5, and suddenly you want to clear your conscience. Who does that? How do you expect the man to react? How do you expect the world to react? Okay, so that's just it. So yes, she wanted to clear her mind or her conscience, but she did it a little bit too late, in my opinion. Okay, just a few more comments came through. Let's have a look. Healthy Living says the man should have waited for paternity test now, no matter what she says. What a loss. Yes, so he should have done a paternity test, but maybe he already did the paternity test. We don't know. But how would he have done a paternity test when they're already in America and he's in Nigeria? I guess they could have used other samples, but it's a great loss. You're so right, host. Okay, thank you so much. Keeping up. If the best channel says my opinion. Okay, what's if his opinion? Okay. Okay, Bill said, I think it would have saved the problem but man household will break, and also those that are trustworthy are going to be heartbroken as well, because they feel they are not trusted for that others have done, for what others have done. Yes, that's all right. So if you ask for a paternity test and you're innocent, we're going to come to that in a minute, Bonnie. Not compulsory, but if situation demands and then no doubt, go for it. Yes, for clarity's sake. If Beth says, I think when there is no problem with the children in the family, there's no need to test. But when the couple are having problems, then yes, okay. Christine says, Esther, thanks. Okay. Healthy living with Deborah said, Nibbles world, maybe yes, but why should women be unfaithful to their spouses in the first place? Okay. Esther's Chronicles, cheating partners are always thinking they will never be caught. So, yes, that's the truth. People that cheat think they would not be caught. Okay. But like everyone has rightly said, when everything is okay, there's no need. There's no need to have a paternity test. But if for any reason the man starts, oh my god, I'm screaming on top of my on my voice. Sorry guys. So if for any reason the man begins to suspect that, okay, I think something is fishy, I don't think I'm responsible for this child, or maybe the child doesn't act like me, or maybe the child acts like somebody else, or maybe when the person got pregnant, you didn't sleep together or you were not together, then then you can say, okay, let's do a paternity test. If there's an issue, if there's a controversy, then yes, you need to do a paternity test. Okay, and again, the question is, how would the woman feel? Like, okay, I'm here, I know that I haven't cheated on my husband or my partner, and then he suddenly comes to say, okay, let's do a paternity test. Okay, so that's a big question. Like, how would drink water? Thank you. I actually think this thing is a bit delayed. Hi, host. Happy. Oh, Blue Jeans. Thank you so much for calling Baba. I call you Baba Blue. Every time I see your name, I remember Baba Blue. There's one advert. I think you know the advert. Baba Blue. I think it's a sweet for cough and things. So each time I see you, I always remember Baba Blue. Thank you so much for coming. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much. Victoria said the issue is a very serious one. Treat carefully. Yes, definitely. It's a very sensitive case. Okay, so what would happen? Like, I know I haven't cheated on my partner or my husband, and then he comes to say, okay, you know what? Let's do a paternity test. How would that make me feel? Okay, so that means you are telling me I've cheated on you. But again, would you rather the man is not at peace, like second guessing you every time? Okay, so like everyone said, if there's doubt, then by all means do a test. Okay, otherwise there's absolutely no need. Okay, but again, some women can be so deceptive. They can be so deceptive that you would never even suspect, you would never know. They've done what they want to do, they've cleaned their mouth, you won't even know that anything happened. And that's why I was saying, should the paternity test be done? Like, should it be like something that's rolled out for all families, maybe to every child at birth? As soon as a child is born, a paternity test is carried out. Okay, is that something that will be the answer? Would that be, do you think that would be an option? Like, okay, let paternity test be carried out anyhow, at any time? Patient Basil, thank you so much for coming, ma. I really appreciate you. This is absolute wickedness. I wonder how some women can sleep. Lord have mercy. Yes, it is absolute wickedness, just like you said. It is absolute wickedness. And again, she's come back to say that she never told the man and that the children were not his. But like I said, the man is not here to defend himself. The man is not here to say, okay, you actually said this to me. But like you rightly said, it's absolute wickedness. Yes. Okay, Bernie says, I think it will give shock if you're innocent, but if you have nothing to hide, just let that the male person wants because he sees you innocent. Hopefully the trust be rebuilt. Okay, that's true. So Bonnie is saying that if you're innocent, if you've got nothing to hide, then you just go ahead and do the paternity test. But again, the way and you approach the situation is also very critical. And someone rightly pointed out that it's a very sensitive issue and you want to trade carefully. Okay, so you don't just go to your partner and say, okay, I don't think this child is mine, let's do a paternity test. Okay, so that might even ruin the relationship forever, for good. Like, you don't trust me, there's no need for us to be together. Okay, so it's really important that we tread carefully. It's a very sensitive topic. Okay, it's harder to build trust, but so easy to break. That's all right. That's not picking, and it's really bad for those men that like others people that like other people's wives. That like other people's wives. And that's true. There are some men that is other people's wives, married women that they want because they know that those women will not demand them to marry them or will not demand too much from them because they're already married. There are some women like that. There are some men like that. Okay, there are some men like that. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate every single one of you. I just saw this thing on the news this week, and it was really disturbing. Like, what's it? Trying to think, like, I'm thinking from the man's perspective, I'm thinking from the woman's perspective. What could have happened? What could have been spoken at? What kind of conversation could they have been having? And someone said probably they were just having an argument, and the man said, oh, I don't even think these children are mine. And she goes, oh, they're actually not yours. Maybe she said it in anger, maybe she said it like, okay, the children are actually not yours. We don't know. Okay, but however it happened, it is sad. It's really sad. Jobe says, but you want to be super careful to know you speak to someone and you know react to something, because something that you don't hear sensitively can break a relationship. So yes, and that's why I said you need to be cautious. You need to tread carefully. You need to go about it the right way. Otherwise, that relationship is gone. And for me, I'll be like, okay, how can you even think that this child is not yours? What do you take me for? Okay. Or you can be like, okay, you know what? It's a very good thing. At least let's put this old thing, this sleeping dog, to bed, or let the sleeping dog lie. Let's just solve it once and for all. So it could be a positive thing, and it could also be a negative thing on the relationship. Okay, depend on the stage of the relationship, depends on what's happening in the relationship at that time. Okay, and that's why we said you need to tread carefully. We need to tread carefully. Okay, but again, they said there's so much investigation going on. There's so much investigation going on. The MD himself has gone, I think he's been suspended or so. He's on leave. He's actually on leave. He's been replaced by someone for the time being. Some people are arguing with Griffin there. Youngers in Dubai and healthy living with Deborah. Mama is saying, what I really can't understand, why give somebody a child to another? Wickedness. And the truth of the matter is that it happens. It happens. It's something that you won't think of, but it does happen. It happens probably because they're already married to that person and they don't want that marriage to break. They don't want the shame that comes from it. Or maybe their husbands can't give them children. I was speaking to one of my friends. I think it was a while ago. We're talking about this, and she's like, especially in Nigeria, there are so many women that come to the hospital, and maybe they need a blood transfusion, because most of the time, hello, Julie, say thank you so much for coming. Most of the time, the men won't know, so the woman will be like, okay, this man can't give me a child, therefore let me go and arrange. They sleep with someone else and get a child for the man. The man would never know. The man will be happy that okay, he now has a child. But at the end of the day, say something happens, the only way the man might find out is say maybe there's been an accident, or maybe the child is unwell and they need a blood transfusion. The woman is not a match, and then the man, the only other option will be the husband. Okay, and now the husband is also not a match. That's how they will know that, okay, this man is actually not the father of the child. So what do we do? The person that was speaking to said, okay, they already know in the hospital. And what they do is that they will just go and buy blood and give to the person because they don't want to break the person's marriage. That a lot of women do it. So it's unthinkable, but yes, it does happen. Julie said, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you. Elias Master says, I'm going to go now. Bye, everyone. Bye, Bonnie. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you. Thank you, and stay safe, okay? Every Elias Matter says, I think if a man is unsure about the paternity of a child, there is no harm in doing a paternity test. That's so right. Yes, I believe that though the investigation, the truth will come out. So yes, earlier is saying that if the man is not sure, if he's not sure about the paternity of a child, then yes, you should ask for a paternity test. And that's what we've all been talking about. And we said that it's a very sensitive topic. You need to go about it very, very carefully. Otherwise, it might lead to the end of a relationship, because I will say, okay, you don't trust me, even though I know I'm innocent. And sometimes you can say, okay, you know what, I'm innocent, have got nothing to hide, let's do it. So it depends on how you approach the situation. It depends on who it is that you're talking to as well, who your partner is. The way you table the issue will go a long way to determine the outcome as well. Okay, Precious Mill says, yes, I believe that through investigation, the truth will come out. It will definitely come out soon if they do it properly. Julie Easter say happy Sunday. Everyday matters says still outside. Oh, thank you so much, Julie. Thank you so much for coming. Don't stay out too long. If the ad is too long, just jump in. But thank you so much. Trisha Noble say, I'm just thinking what will make a human being, both men and women, do such evil, living with someone that's not the father or the mother of a child. My dear, it happens. we've established that you're in finally. Thank you so much. It happens. Is Musa still holding you outside? Thanks. So it happens, even though it's not something we want to think about. It is the reality. It happens. It happens. I was talking about a video I watched not so long ago. I think it was 3 days ago, of this girl, this lady that's been living with her boyfriend, and the child is 3 years old. He didn't know, but he did a paternity test behind her and found out that the child was not his, and came to her to say, okay, this is the proof I have. And she was asking him, why did you do a paternity test now? And the question is like, why did you cheat? You know, the reason he did that was because that he wasn't sure, he had concerns, he had doubts, and that the child was his. That was why he did the paternity test, and truly the child was not his. Okay, so if in doubt, then by all means do a paternity test. But again, be careful of the way you go about it. Be careful of what you say. Be careful with the manner of approach, because that's what will determine the outcome. No, in if you best. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate every single one of you and for your contributions as well. But I do hope, I wish you the same. Okay, I do hope that the truth comes out finally. I do hope that we get the truth. And even if we get the truth, what's going to happen? The man is gone and is gone. You know, the life has been wait. Thank you, Mom Mary. Thank you so much for coming. And that's super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mama. Thank you so much. It was at Mama Mary's house. I saw the news for the first time. You know, I saw it for the first time in her house. I'm like, who is Tunde? Who is Tunde Thomas? And she kept on explaining and explaining, you know. But thank you so much for that amazing super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, but like I said, however it happened, it does happen. It does happen. It's sad, it's wrong, but it does happen. Okay, but thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you. Marriage is such a complex marriage is a complex institution. Yes, it is. It's complex, but what we want to do is trust. We want to build our relationships on trust, based on trust. Okay, so we want to make sure that we trust our partners, because if there's no trust in the relationship, then there's no need. There will always be issues. And if a case of Divine Precious, thank you so much for coming. Precious Meal, thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that amazing super chat. I really appreciate. Oh my God, Mama. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm so pleased. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that super chat. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say anymore. Oh my God. I forgot what I was saying. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Transparency should be, okay, now I think I remember where I was. Transparency should be one of the bedrock of marriage. So yes, we want to be transparent. We want to be able to trust each other, because if you don't trust me and I don't trust you, then the marriage is not going to go anywhere, because I'll constantly be behind you, like, okay, what are you doing? What are you saying? Okay, so I won't trust you and the marriage might probably not work. So we want to make sure we trust. But if there's any doubt, course, that's the money you won in the giveaway blessings. Thank you so much. And you guys, I told you before that I'm always desperate when I go when I go for when there's anywhere there's anything to win, I go ready to win. You know. So Mary had a giveaway last week. I think it on Monday last week? I can't remember now. And then I didn't even know. I know she said before that she was going to do a giveaway, but I didn't know the day. She was live, so I went to join her in a live stream, and I saw that it was a giveaway. And she said, and she asked a question, and somebody gave the answer, and I gave an extra to the answer, and I won. But yeah, so I go ready to win, and thankfully I won as well. Thank you so much, Ma. I really appreciate that super chat. Okay, so Mary says, greetings to everyone in the building with love, background more. Thank you so much. We'll be finishing in the next 15 minutes anyway, so it's going to be just an hour LS today. Sister Divine Precious, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, Precious Meal, for that amazing super chat as well. I don't take it for granted. Thank you all so much. Okay, so we're saying that it's important that we trust, okay? And if there's a situation whereby you imagine or you think that something might not be right, you want to speak about it, you want to address it, okay, and get it out of the way. Otherwise, it will always be behind you. It will always be in your mind, like, okay, something is not right, something is not right. And eventually, it might lead to the end of that relationship or the end of that marriage. So we want to be able to speak out. We want to be able to ask questions and say, okay, what's going on here? Okay, so Victoria is saying, blessed woman and men in the house, please let us not judge a woman so much because there are some conditions some lady will be that they will make them to do the unthinkable. Victoria, in as much as we're not trying to judge that woman, okay, and that's why I said we don't know the full story. We don't know the story. We don't know what actually happened. We don't know why the woman said what she said. We don't know if she actually said it because she's come out to say, okay, I never said this to the man. We don't know why she said it. Okay, but it does happen that, okay, people give a child as not the man to their husbands. It's not acceptable. Whatever the unthinkable situation is that the woman is going through, that's not acceptable to me personally. That's my opinion, and I stand strongly on it. If something has happened, say maybe like the video I watched, something happened, I get the link, I want to call in. You've got only 10 minutes. Elias Matter, do you want to drop the link for Richie? So if say for instance maybe something happened like that story I was talking about, and then the woman got drunk and had a one night stand with someone and then got pregnant, the onus lies on her to go to her boyfriend to say, okay, you know what, this thing happened, I don't know if this child is yours. Okay, I don't know if this child is yours. Let's do a paternity test. And if the man really loves this woman, she'll say, okay, let's do this paternity test. It's not my child, but it's okay. Or let the relationship end as it is. So truth be told, no matter the unthinkable situation, if that is the story, then there's no reason why the woman should do a thing like that. I know it does happen, but it's not something that's accepted. It's not something I would accept. Okay, but let's assume that it's not the true story. Then yes, we won't judge the woman because we don't know the true story. But if that's the case, then there's nothing unthinkable enough that will say, okay, this is what happened. That's why she cheated on her husband. That's why she had 2 children by another man, and then told him after 8 years. No, that's not acceptable by me, in my own opinion. No, I won't accept that. Richie, the link is there if you want to jump in. You've got only 10 minutes. Wendy Space, thank you so much for coming. UG Space. Oh, Wendy Space and UG Space, thank you. Didi and Call, thank you so much for coming, guys. I appreciate every single one of you for coming today. And we're just talking about the scandal, the fraternity scandal that's been going on the internet, about Tunde Thomas and Moyo Thomas and Adam Nuru. Okay, that's the end's name. Okay, that's what we're just talking about. We're just trying to analyze the situation to like just talk about what actually happened. Is this acceptable? Is it right? And the truth is, it's to me, it's not acceptable. Whatever happened, and I said we don't know the true story. Okay, because all we have is this one said, and the woman has not come to say, okay, I didn't say it. Okay, but why would she come out now when the man is no more to say I didn't say it? That's the question. Divine pressure for me, the bitter truth is that any marriage that is not anchored in the truth will surely fail. And that's true. It will fail because if you keep lying, because if you lie, you cover your lie with another lie, and that lie with another lie, you'll be living on edge because you think you'll be found out. Okay, I think Richie is here. Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Richie. Welcome. Right, what's your take?
Um, I cannot type, so I have a lot of things to say.
Okay, we're listening.
People may think that okay, well, whatever I'm going to say is my opinion, anyways.
Yeah, of
My
course.
opinion. You see this story now, it happens everywhere, every day. It's
Yeah,
not a new thing. It's not a new. We are just taking it like it's a new story. It's a new thing. It's not. It's not new. It's just like they will say, dog, every dog they eat shit, but now don't they sound for your mouth, now eat pass. Good. So it happens everywhere. For the fact that they brought this woman out now that her own case is out, doesn't mean that she's the only one. So let's not be surprised. My problem is if okay, I like I said, is my opinion. My problem is anybody that is taking any action should first of all think of the consequences.
yeah,
And in this case of cheating, whether man or woman, in the case of cheating, there is always a consequences. Apart from disease and all that, a child may come out from it. And when a child comes out of it, that is a human being. The future of that child is what you are playing with. Is what you are playing with. You are just playing with the future of that child because you cannot tell me that you went out and you got pregnant, even if it's just one child, and you knew that this child is not for your husband. You knew that this child is not for your husband, and you still have that mind, kept the child there, and the child is busy calling the person daddy.
mm,
The child already have this bond with the man. And at the end of the day, the child wakes up one morning to hear that the person he or she has grown to love is no longer the father. I don't understand how sometimes we think or ahead, but for me, the thing is not good for children. You know,
I
for
think
me,
some
I'm not,
people might think that the truth would not come out.
and there is nothing hidden under the sun. There is no way the truth will not come out. Even if it takes 20 years, the truth will surely come out one day.
Yeah,
But surely something may happen and the truth will come out. You cannot hide such a thing forever. You cannot. And many people are saying that they should start doing DNA tests. DNA. If they start doing DNA tests, hey God,
a lot of
oh.
marriages will just
Many people will find out that their children.
not
Now,
yeah.
it's not like all of them are cheats. Let's take, for instance, like my country, my wonderful country, Nigeria. I was telling somebody, what if you have just one child and something happened and you found out that that child is not your child, and the woman will boldly tell you, let's go to hospital, let's go and do DNA test with all her boldness, and you get there and the child is still not your child. How will that woman convince the people now that she did not cheat?
Mm.
Considering the country that I come from, my country that they switch children, you
Not just
understand?
your country, they do it everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere, but I will talk about my country. So they switch children. Now, apart from the switching of children, but when it comes to two, you can't tell me that they will switch the first one, switch second one. It's when it
Yeah.
comes to two that you know that there is a problem. So if we say let everybody start doing DNA tests, even the people that are innocent, even the people that the children, they are truly their own, they will be affected. Why? Because the trust will be broken. Number one.
Yeah.
For instance, now my husband wakes up one morning and say, I want us to go and do DNA test. Fine, I will feel bad, but I will allow him. Why? Because I'm innocent, right? Just
Yeah.
for him to be
To
okay.
be at
Because when I
peace.
start dragging the issue, it will look as if there is something. So I will allow him to go and do that DNA test. Then after the DNA test, and he found out that the children are his, they will not settle our matter. We will know how to settle it if I will pack my things and leave because the trust is broken, or I will still stay and
Yeah.
ask him the reason why he should have such thoughts in the first place.
Yeah.
So for me, if you are married, though, whether man or woman, no need going out, because even the Bible that said it, that you should not commit adultery, knows that there are many consequences.
Yeah.
People see it as fun, but the Bible that condemn it know that there are consequences. That is why he said that you should not indulge in such act. But we human being takes it that everything is fine. I beg, he will not find out. He will not
Mm.
find out. He will not find out. And many people are hurting. The children are hurting. Take for instance now, this man is dead and gone.
Yeah.
The man is dead and gone. You know.
Wasted.
So just gone, just like that. He didn't even see any. Even the one that is pregnant, he didn't even stay to see the child, to hold the child in his hand. Nothing. Just gone like
Yeah.
that. You know.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I'm not saying that the woman, what she did is good. What she did is not good at
In
all.
any
No,
way.
it's not good. But still, if we conclude and say let's cause awareness and let people be doing DNA tests, oh God.
It's going to a lot of marriages. In fact,
Hey
I was telling my husband yesterday, I said, you'll find out that your father is not your father.
God. Jesus.
God forgive me, because we don't know. And so many things like that are keeping in the secret. Like you said, only the ones that we know, only this
Yes,
one that has come up is the one that we're talking about. But having said that, what is wrong is wrong. We
it's
call it
wrong.
spade what is
It's
wrong.
wrong.
So
It's not
I've just
good because
highlighted them.
the
Yeah,
bloodline itself, you are destroying the bloodline. Why? Because you carry another person's blood, come and give another person.
yeah,
Just, I don't understand. Okay, what if the man said, okay, we are having just two children.
yeah,
I just want just two children. And at the end of the day, he found out that when he's even happy that he has just the two children that he prayed to God
mm,
for, and at the end of the day, he found out that the two children are not his. I don't, God, like this one that died
mm,
now. Nobody to start up his lineage. Nobody. He's
yeah,
just gone, just like that.
yeah,
No
yeah,
girl, no, not nobody. His
yeah.
name
It's
gone.
sad. It's sad.
You know. So
And
this
and
is
Julie
what.
just pointed out there. She said, "No need to hide the truth. The child can still call him dad. Men do have kids outside marriage without test, which is true. So men have kids outside
Yeah.
marriage without having a test or anything. But if the woman had got pregnant, that's why I said before, if the woman got pregnant the first time, maybe by mistake. Well, mistakes are not in that case shouldn't be allowed. But let's assume that it happened. It was a mistake. Truth be told, go to your husband and say, okay, this happened or that happened, but because they're afraid that okay, the man might drive them or drag like the marriage might end, decide to keep it. But the truth, the best thing would be to say, okay, this happened or this child is not yours. The man could say, okay, yes, um, even though the child is not mine, I appreciate. I don't know how possible that is, but the man could say, okay, I appreciate the fact that you told me the truth. Let's continue living as husband and wife. The child is mine, even though biologically the child is
Can
not
I say
mine.
something?
Yeah,
According to this comment, yes, it's good for you not to hide the truth. In this case, I expect that when she find out she's pregnant and she's doubting,
Yeah.
because if you are playing two and you are pregnant, definitely your mind will start telling you, who is the owner? Is it my
Yeah.
husband or this? So you have it in your mind. And once the child is born, you hide on your own. Go and do DNA test for this child for you to assassinate who has this child. And when
Mm.
you confirm that the child is not for your husband, then you sit your husband down and talk to
And
him, tell him everything that happened. Uh, some men may accept, while some may
let me
not.
know.
If the man refuses to accept, you carry your child and leave. You
Yeah.
cannot say you are saving a marriage and at the end of the day, you destroy the future of your child.
Yeah.
Now, let me come to her comment that she said men do have kids outside without test. Okay.
Mm.
Can it, like I said before, it's not good, whether for man or for woman. It's not good, not good. But which is worst? My opinion is the woman. Do you know
Mm.
why? Because the man has a child outside the marriage.
And he knows that he's
Good.
his
And he
child.
knows, he knows that he has a child. And the child, because at the end of the day, he should, if he does the test or not, he knows that the child is his.
Mm.
He may not tell the wife, but still the child is for him.
Yeah.
But the woman that knows that this child is not for my husband and still leave that child in that house, and the child is bearing that man's name, the man is caring for the child, knowing fully well
That's
that the child
absolute
is his.
wickedness. That's the first wickedness. Okay.
So,
The
what
first
are we
wickedness.
saying?
The second wickedness is for the woman to leave the child until the child is 8, 9, 5, 10, and thou now tell him that okay, the child is not yours. Then you could have just kept it
When the
secret
original
forever.
father is somewhere,
Yeah,
enjoying himself, they even know that he has a child.
yeah,
Like what I said,
yeah,
bloodline matters a lot, and bloodline is very, very spiritual. No matter how we try to paint it, no matter
yeah,
how, because of technology and everything have made our eyes to close, bloodline is very, very important. So that is why we
yeah,
should be very careful of what we are doing, whether you are a man or a woman.
yeah. We need to be
Now, like in
careful.
our society, it's easier for a woman to accept the husband's child than for a man to accept the wife's child,
Yeah,
in our society, except it's just the man,
yeah.
because of his mentality, just the way but normally in our society it's very easy for the woman, because women are just they have been trained, or they have been programmed to
But
bear,
again,
to
again,
endure.
having
Yeah.
said that, Richie, there's some women, okay, that have had children. So we've got a lot of single mothers out there.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
talking about single
Yeah,
mothers.
we've got a lot of women, girls that have had children, okay, and they still get married to men that say, okay, you know what? Even though you've have children, I accept you and I accept your child.
No,
That's that's
I'm not talking
completely
about
different.
women that
Yeah,
have children before marriage. I'm talking about
yeah.
when you are
In
already
marriage,
married.
it's
Yes.
really, really hard. It's really, really
Yes.
hard for a man to accept a woman because it's for men, like in Africa, for men, it's okay. A lot of things are okay for men in Africa, but for a woman, it's a taboo. Okay, so a woman that does a thing like that should know that okay, either her marriage is almost
You want to
ending.
come?
You
You want
understand?
to
So she
come?
knows that okay, me telling this man the truth, it's two options. Either the marriage ends or the man will forgive me. So she should prepare her mind because every action has consequences. If the man does not accept her and the pregnancy, then she has to accept it. But the most important thing is we tell the truth. The
Yes.
most important thing is that we tell the truth and let the man decide whether to accept that child or not. Because if you deal with the consequences of whatever you do, you that decided to go and sleep outside your marriage, you know that that cheating itself has consequences. Just like you said, you can have a child, you can have a disease, you can fall, whatever things can happen. You can get caught and get the embarrassment of your life. So your name can get tarnished. So many things can happen. So you that decided to do that, know that there are consequences. And even though we know that a lot of men would not accept it, majority of men would not accept the fact that their wives went to cheat and then came to tell them like, okay, this thing happened, that thing happened. You that did it, be ready to bear the consequences. But bottom line, be truthful. Don't hide that kind of thing, you know. But if you want to hide it forever in the hope that it doesn't come out. Because if it comes out, which it will at some point, at that time you will now bear the consequence. You understand? So let's just be truthful in our relationship. Be truthful. No need to cheat. Man, woman, boy, girl, there's no need to cheat. If you don't love this person anymore, just okay, you know what? I don't think I want to be in this relationship anymore. Or maybe something happened or I cheated on you. If you can forgive me, fine. If you can't forgive me, let me go my own way. Instead of bringing that kind of heartbreak to the person. Okay, I'll just read a few more comments there. The worst thing that can happen to any woman is to make the husband lose the trust he has for her. Don't just make that costly mistake. And that's so true because once broken can hardly be rebuilt. Genevieve had a child. The boy denied it, but she took the child and cared for her. And now the child is married and well to do. It's all about a choice. So yes, yes. Everyone makes mistake. Always say the truth and live the rest. Live your best life, and that's it. I don't want this LS to be too long. It's supposed to be for an hour. We've exceeded by 7 minutes because Madam Richie decided to come up at the last minute. But thank you so much. The bottom line is whatever happens, let's be truthful in our relationship. There's no need to tell lies. There's no need to be secretive. If you've made a mistake, like Julie said, we're all mixed. Favored Family TV, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like Julie said, we all make mistakes. Come up openly. Be sorry for your mistake. Don't say you are sorry in a way that you're not. People will know that you're not really sorry. Okay, say sorry for your mistake. Be sorry for your mistake. Apologize and say what it is, and then let the man decide, but be ready to face the consequences. Yes, Madam Richie.
Yes, I have a question. If we say we should not hide, we should all say the truth.
Yeah.
And in this case now of this woman that have the two children, yeah, that
Yeah.
has two children, and the first one she got pregnant, and she tells her husband, "Please, oh my husband, look at what happened. It's a mistake, oh," and the husband accepted, and she will go again and come back and see tell her husband, "Is it that is a mistake?"
No. The second once is a mistake. Second time is deliberate. The first time is a mistake. So if she had, oh, because another thing is when someone is doing something, if someone finds you out, then it's like, okay, this person now knows. Then it's harder for you to do the same thing again. Some people will still do. But once you hide the first one, it's easier for you to hide and do the second one. I don't know if I make sense. But
Yeah.
if you come up to say, okay, this is what I did, I'm sorry, then it will take an extra effort to you to go back and do the same thing again. But if you've been hiding it, then you just keep hiding, because in your mind, no one will ever find out.
Okay.
Okay, so
My second
yes,
question. Like the way this story now is going, it's having a twist in the
yeah,
society. Should I say society or all over internet now? It's having a twist that people are coming out to say that, why are they? Because it's a woman. Why are they saying all this? Men they do that.
yeah.
Men they do that. So, what do you think that they are correct with the way they are twisting it and saying that if a woman can accept the husband's child, then the husband should accept the wife's child. Do you think that
It's not
as
acceptable.
we
What's not
are men?
acceptable is not. What's not acceptable is not acceptable, whether for the man or the woman. It's left if a man cheats and has a child, it's the woman's decision whether to accept the man's child and stay with the man or not. It's the woman's choice. And it's the same thing if the woman has a child. is the man's choice to decide, like, okay, let's keep it hush, 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 and don't talk about it. Let's keep it that way. Okay, so it's not acceptable whether for the man or for the woman, not at all. The one thing I would like to point out today, if anything, if I'm saying anything from this LS today, is like, once is a mistake, twice is deliberate, and coming out to tell the
Deliberate.
person after 8 years is absolute wickedness.
It's
Okay,
no
in our
longer a mistake.
relationships, no, in our relationships, we need to be open, we need to be truthful, we need to say, okay, I love you enough to not cheat on you. But like the case that we saw, there was some form of entanglement in that relationship. They were both married to different people, but they were entangled, maybe in love, maybe in lust, maybe in whatever it is that they were doing. Okay, they were both entangled. Okay, but they could not leave their partners to be with each other. If that's the case, if you don't love your husband anymore, you don't love your wife anymore, just go and say, okay, you know what? I don't love you anymore. Okay, let me go, and which is what she eventually did. You know, she eventually left the man, but she left him too late, when it was too late, and left
According
him.
to her story, it's not like she even left the man. She and the children went for vacation,
Yeah,
and over there, she called the husband to break the news to him. That is what
yeah,
the first story said.
yeah,
The first story
yeah.
said that they went for vacation, meaning that they were fine. It was even the husband that sent them for the vacation, meaning they were fine until she got to her destination and called the man.
So that was
Meaning that,
planned on her part. She planned it
yeah,
like, okay,
she
when I
planned
go
it,
there,
meaning
that's
that
what
she
I'm
didn't
going
want
to
to
do.
tell the man face to face. She didn't want to tell the man face to face, so she decided to tell the man over the phone. you know. And for
Yeah,
me, it's really bad though. It's
yeah,
really
it
bad.
is.
But at the end of the day, she's not the only one there. Many people are still doing, many people are doing it, many people are still doing it, and many people have done it. It's just that she's the one that has been caught
That
now.
got found out.
And it's
Yes.
not like we've known that okay, this is the truth. But for it to be spreading around, they said in every rumor there is a
There's an
truth. So
element
for
of
it to
truth.
yeah,
Yes.
for it to be spreading around so fast, then it's true for me. And
Yeah.
it's really bad because we affect those children.
To affect
Too
the
bad.
children, affect the family, the woman's family, the man's family, affect the MD's family. So many people will be affected.
So many people will be affected.
Yeah,
Trust me.
but that's just it. So the point I'm going to make is, let's be truthful, be open in your relationship. When you love, love. If you don't love anymore, just say, okay, you know what? As hard as it, if you can stay without love, that's fine. But if you know you can't stay, don't and try to force someone else's child on your husband or your wife or whatever. Be truthful, be open, because openness and trust is one of the biggest builders of our relationship. So please, 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 let's be truthful and stay happy in our relationship, and be happy, really.
Can I
Okay.
ask a last question before I go?
Okay,
Before I
Richie.
go, okay. Another question is, I don't know if it's in my head though, but I just want to ask it. Abortion
Yeah.
is part of it. As in, abortion um is not accepted. Okay. I
Yeah.
don't want to use the word accepted. Abortion is not good. But my question now is it better when the woman finds out that she's pregnant for another man? Is it better for her to abort the child than to give birth to that child, and the thing will later affect the child in the future?
Right. So if the woman has an abortion, it will be a secret, and she'll do it again and continue with her whatever she's doing,
Yeah.
and then keep having abortions. You understand? So if she's pregnant, she's pregnant. Come out with the truth. Because if the truth is not found out, she keeps doing that and
She
keep
keeps doing it,
aborting.
yeah.
Nobody will find out. Eventually, something must happen.
Mm-hmm.
Something must happen at the end that will backfire at everyone, including herself. It might lead to the death, to her death. It might
Mm-hmm.
lead to something bad will happen. So that will continually be her secret, and she'll be enjoying her life with the other man. You understand? So the
Mm-hmm.
best thing is, tell the truth. Tell the truth, and don't wait till it's too late to tell the truth. Don't wait until 5, 10 years. Don't wait
And again,
until
why they can't protect themselves? Ash.
so protecting themselves again will mean that the truth is hidden. And who says they haven't
But
been protecting themselves? They've been protecting themselves, otherwise they would have had like 10 children. That was just what happened.
I'm just thinking, though. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking.
Pops, Pops, Pops,
And someone,
Pops said, better for her to close her legs, and that's close. Just close your legs.
I'm just because I don't understand. I don't know.
That's the
Don't know
best
what
thing.
to
That's the
think.
best thing. Just close your legs and stay with your
I
husband.
don't know.
Enjoy your
I
husband.
don't
Enjoy
know
your
what to
family.
think now. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say that is their problem? Don't know.
But yes, guys, connect with whoever you don't have. Oh, please feel
I
free
don't
to
know.
connect.
I don't know. Ah, God have mercy.
No, the best thing is like close your legs, like
But they don't want to close their leg now.
poster said. Close your legs. It's happened. If it's happened, come out and say the truth. No need to hide, because if you hide, you keep hiding and keep doing the wrong thing. Okay, but say the truth, be open in your relationship and live happy. Okay, so I think instead of
I mean,
aborting, just keep the truth.
whatever anybody is doing, let the person think about the people around them, because you
Yeah.
will think that it's my life. You see, this word is
Mm.
my life. That word is my life. When you make a single mistake, it will affect so many people. So
Yeah.
many people. People will say, it's my life. I will do whatever I want to do with it. But when you make mistake without your life, it will affect so many people. There you will
It
know
has
that
a
many
lot of
people are attached to your
consequences.
life, you know. But it's well.
Yeah, so we need to
Well,
be
bye.
careful and think of whatever we do, think of the consequences of our actions. Basically, think of the consequences of what we do. The consequences not just on us, but on the people that are involved. So our families, our husbands, our parents, our sisters, our friends. Let's think about the consequences and make the right decisions. I think this is it for today. Okay, we've stressed 20 minutes over 17 minutes. Okay, but thank you so much for coming up, Richie. I really appreciate you and your contributions. Thank you to everyone that has contributed. Thank you to everyone that turned up. Thank you so much. Bye, Richie. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lady G, Elias Matters, Julie Isse, Cobzen, Popster Lifestyle, Nyagas in Dubai, Vanessa, Victoria. Thank you all so much for coming. Who else have I got? Lady G's channel, favorite family. Thank you all so much. Trisha Noble, thank you so much for coming. Healthy Living with Deborah, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one. Precious Chigel, Ada Atigogo, Divine Precious, thank you so much. Wendell Space and UG Space, I remember them both came at the same time. Thank you so much. Ify Best Channel, I appreciate every single one of you. Even if I haven't pronounced your name, if I haven't called you out, I do appreciate you. And for all the amazing super chatters, thank you so much. Blue Jeans and Cobzen, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you all so much. But thank you all so much. Thank you, host. Thank you so much, Vanessa. I appreciate you for coming. I don't know if I have. If you don't have me, connect with me and I'll return as well. Thank you, everyone. The Delta Peking, thank you so much. My sister from from the same Niger Delta community. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, and have a beautiful week. Have a blessed week. Stay safe. We know the cases of the cases are rising again. So please, guys, stay safe. Wear a mask. And hand sanitizers, everything you need to do to stay safe. Please, please, please. Let's all be happy. Stay truthful and stay happy. And remember, every day matters as everything you do matters. Okay. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye, everyone. Bye.